What is yours doing?
I don't know. It keeps on doing that.
Is talking to your mic.
Hello. Still
It's-
picking up.
Okay.
I wonder if the connection's getting loose because of the tension.
Well, that's why I kind of gave it some tension.
Yeah, I just gave it a little bit more a minute ago.
Bree. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
I'm so nervous.
Do you want me to stop it and start it again and see if it records? If it's recording,
It's pulling up.
Okay.
It's picking up. We just need
We'll
to
just
watch
need
it.
to, yeah, definitely.
Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year.
anniversary.
We
did it.
We did it, but we still haven't quite got it down yet. But
And I feel like we'd be a lot more excited right now if we didn't just deal with a bunch of technicalities.
technology
Technologies.
issues, technological problems.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it's all good. We're fine. We're Gucci.
It's not like anyone listens to us anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Everyone hates us.
our like 5 listeners.
Our 5 listeners? Aww. That's sad.
Just kidding.
I gotta find my neighborhood
I love
story.
all of you. You are the best. You guys are the best. Amy, you are first the best neighbor ever. But all you guys are the best neighbors as well.
You're my favorite and best neighbor.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
So it's been a year, and it's been a wild one.
It's been wild. We have some memories to share.
Oh yes, we do. Do you just want to pull them out so that we're not having to go
and
back
read
and
them?
forth? Yeah.
Okay, I can
So
do
we're not
that.
having to mess with the or or you can give me some.
Okay.
That we can go back and forth.
Yeah. Here, you take some. I have to look for this.
Yep.
I feel like I took a screenshot of it. Leon.
Asked. Oh. He likes
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Leon likes our setup, our new setup. For our year, guys, as we said in the last episode, we kind of gifted ourselves the podcast a couple little upgrades. We got some mic arms. We got new chairs. We got tables.
We got tables.
We can chill out and lounge and tell our stories.
Yep.
Oh, as long as the sound works.
As long as the sound works.
I'm getting raspy. I don't know why.
It's not funny, Brie.
So a year ago at home, every time we have like a fun little memory or some kind of milestone, we write it down and we put it in a jar and we read it at the new year. So we decided to do this a year ago for the podcast.
Correct.
And read it for our anniversary.
Yes.
So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to relive some great moments.
Yeah. And for those that aren't on Patreon, you're not going to get all of them. But if you want to hear all of them, check out Patreon.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah. So, let's say
Gavna. Speaking of rip. I'll tell it later.
Okay. Oh, when we went to Amy's birthday escape.
Amy's birthday escape!
Oh, I loved that.
Yay.
At the Arctic Asylum.
That was so much fun.
That was fun. Thank you.
We sucked. We are not... Escape rooms are not our forte.
No.
Oh, you put this in here. Love you best, buddy. Feel better. Someone posted this in our neighborhood message board, and I will never recover. My favorite soup boy. This was when Amy was sick and not feeling good, and I brought her a can of expired soup with this neighborhood story that we had read about the soup boy. And I put a side note on there that said, "Do not consume the soup. It is hella expired." I didn't put the date. I forgot to put the date on that.
Oh,
That's okay.
Oh, I didn't know you had to put the dates on them.
Oh, that's okay.
This isn't anything except for our paint night.
Oh, I thought someone just threw that in there.
No.
That makes sense.
And this is a
Paint
little bit
night?
a piece from my scarf that I wore.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at you. I like throwing things in there that are like more of like a memorabilia.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is this bad boy? Oh, episode 1, Baby Ghost Murder. Yay, September 24th, 2021. Oh,
He's so
when
close.
will this come out?
I
The
think
23rd? 22nd? Yeah, you go next.
then. Okay,
25th.
Bree. This is the text message exchange of me asking if you want to do a podcast with me.
Oh,
It
you
says,
printed that?
On 9/2/2021, hear me out. And you said listening, LOL. I said, we do a podcast just like, and that's why we drink. You do paranormal and I do true crime.
I love it. Oh,
We should frame this.
Yeah, we should frame it. We should frame a lot of this, like the baby murder,
Yeah.
or just get like a cork board and pin it all up.
Oh, yeah.
June 3rd, Amy peed her pants. She matched Bree's energy. This is whenever I was doing that TikTok challenge where I was trying to get you to match my energy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That episode was a mess up, right?
That was a mess up.
Oh, dang.
That was a good one.
That was hilarious.
Oh, our ghost tours from
Yay! Anchorage.
Anchorage.
That was so much fun.
You have the wrong date on here. You said 8/20.
It wasn't on 8/20?
I was thinking 2020. Never mind.
Oh, August 20th.
Yeah. That's so cute. Do you have
I don't
any
have
more?
any more.
No. Okay. I have a couple more. So then we've got
Read them to me.
Rocket. Oh, when Rocket tried to kill you.
Oh my god, Rocket tried to eat me, guys.
Yep.
Dude.
That was on
Not my
3/27.
best moment.
That was so scary.
That was terrifying.
And then
It's closed. You can't open it.
oh, May 27th when we had our first fight.
Oh, sad days. Everybody's got to remember them.
Everyone's got
First fight.
okay.
Haven't had one since.
Oh, August or September 18th. What's with the neighbors was born. What? Alice, that was not necessary. Why didn't you ask your friends to stir it?
It's a big stir.
What are your friends doing with theirs?
That's one of them.
Okay, ask them to stir it, and you guys go hang out in your room, okay?
What is that?
Go. It's a neighborhood story. Go hang out in your room, okay? And then here's the last one. When we hit 2,000 downloads on March 28th.
We haven't even been talking about the other ones. We hit 5,000 now. Over
I know.
5,000. Yay!
Yay!
I was so happy that we hit over 5,000 before a year.
Me too. I agree.
Yay! Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year, buddy.
There's so many more things that I wish we had put in there, but
I
we
know,
just forgot.
we just forgot.
Next year we'll do better. But
do
we're
better.
gonna. I think we should definitely do that every year. Like
I
yeah.
agree. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
fun.
I love that thing that you
Yeah.
guys do.
And it's probably good that it wasn't too much.
That's true. Probably just keep all of it in.
Yeah. It's very
People
short.
join Patreon to hear it, and they're like, there's no more. So this is What's with the Neighbors. I don't think we said that yet. True Crime Paranormal Podcast. That is Burry.
And that is Amy.
And
I think.
I hope so.
Is it the real Amy? Dum dum dum.
What?
Now we're gonna keep everybody on a cliffhanger and discover if this is really Amy or if it's her evil twin,
Actually, this
Amaretto
is Amy.
Sour.
This is her clone. Just like, have you heard the conspiracy that Kourtney Kardashian is not the real Kourtney Kardashian.
No.
Oh my
Of course
gosh,
you've heard
so
that.
funny. And have you ever heard the one of what's her name? The gal, I know her name.
It's not Katy Perry. Because I know you have that's your
I
favorite
love
one.
that's my favorite one. Yeah, no, the gal that played Rachel in Glee.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, there's a
Michelle
theory.
something or
Yeah, I think so. There's a conspiracy that I absolutely love that she cannot read. And like to learn her lines, they're like read to her and she memorizes them.
what? That's a ridiculous
It's
conspiracy theory. Why do people
hilarious.
come up with this stuff?
Because like every time, like when she does like book signings, because she has like 2 books out or something. No, she doesn't have. She
has a book and she doesn't know how to read.
She has 2 recipe books.
Oh, okay.
I think
It's
they're
just a recipe book.
It's either a recipe book and a picture book, or it's 2 recipe books. And then one of them is just like full of pictures, I guess.
Oh.
And then the other one, and so they're like, okay, like that's not really that big of a deal. Like she didn't write those,
Right.
And then when she does like book signings for them, she'll like just do like the first couple like strokes, and then her assistant takes it from her and finishes the signature for her.
Wow, that's really high maintenance.
Which is really weird. Like even if
That's
you can't read, you
super
can
annoying.
still write.
Yeah, like you can sign your signature.
You can still sign. Like it's a movement of your hand. It's not. Yeah, it's really funny.
It's ridiculous, but I kind of want to believe it now.
I know, it's so funny.
It's because how ridiculous it is.
Absolutely. So I have a neighborhood story for you. For 1 year, I wanted to share this one.
Sorry. Just making sure.
I know. So I'm going to send this to you so that you have it afterwards.
Okay.
But it's a picture of like from someone's Ring camera.
Okay.
And it's a man leaving the house in a pineapple costume.
What?
And it says, "Maniac leaving pineapples at the doorstep. This used to be a safe neighborhood." And it's a guy in a pineapple suit.
You sick?
Like, this used to be a
What?
safe neighborhood. Like, what?
SpongeBob's house is coming to get us.
Oh, no.
No.
Not SpongeBob's house.
But
Oh my
why?
gosh, I don't know.
Why? What are you doing? He just left pineapples?
He just leaves pineapples. I mean, I got a strange
love
pineapple.
that.
I'd be like, thank you.
I'd be like, I love pineapples. Hell yeah.
Well, and it's not like you eat the outside of the pineapple.
yeah.
You could eat. It's
I
still
freaking love
perfectly. That's for me.
I love pineapples. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. That is so cute.
That's like the best gift.
That is pretty great. I
And
love
pineapples are expensive.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Someone
Yeah,
should do that
hell
with
yeah, they are.
avocados.
yeah. Avocados are freaking expensive.
Yeah, they're like $3.99 right now.
Jeez.
Yeah,
For like
One.
one? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, and they're so tiny.
I know.
That's why I buy the little pouches. If I ever get avocado, they have like those sealed pouches that's already like smashed avocado. They come in like a 12-pack. They're like this tiny.
Oh,
They're, like, perfect.
like guacamole.
It's not guacamole. It's like
Where
avocado.
are you getting this?
Walmart.
What the heck?
Yeah, my friend actually told me about them because I never wanted to eat avocado because we didn't eat it fast enough or enough of it.
Oh.
And so they're like these tiny little pouches. And she said that she told me that she used them for like her toasts like you do in the mornings.
Yeah,
And she says they don't go bad.
they
As-
don't go bad.
They go bad eventually, but like I've had ones in my fridge for over a month and they were fine.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Blow your
I am so mad right now. I
I know. Yeah. I
every
thought
morning.
I figured you would have known about that.
I don't shop at Walmart.
I'm pretty sure they've seen them everywhere. There are avocado minis. They have I want to say they have a Great Value brand as well. like those little tiny
Oh, I've
cups.
seen those.
Yeah, and it's six. Oh, it's a 6-pack. I'm sorry for
I
like
always,
for like $6 though.
but I always thought that those were like
Mm-mm.
guacamole.
You can get. They do have a guacamole one, but they have just avocado ones,
Oh
and
my
then they have
gosh.
chunky, and then like all the way.
Yeah, I would want
grounded.
it chunky.
Yeah,
I like it chunky.
chunky.
What did we
Dang
say?
it.
What did we say?
Son of a. Well, it's our 1 year, so we get to sing.
Yeah, it's like
we
our
get
birthday.
to sing.
Yay!
Okay.
You know what? No one's complained about us singing.
Yeah,
so
no one has. People have complained
someone's complained about us
banter,
bantering.
but you know, we don't banter that much. So
Yeah, get off of it.
yeah,
Did you
get
see
off
we got
of
a
it.
new iTunes review?
No.
Oh.
Did we really?
I thought so. I saw it.
I just want to see. Because I always check that. I
Who
just checked
on
it
earth
yesterday.
keeps opening and closing the microwave? Oh, we got all of these, but I didn't know where to put them.
Oh, you got. That's why you ordered more.
Oh, earlier they were like super thin. I was like, whoa, these suck, but they got bigger.
Oh.
No, it was me.
Oh.
I did one.
Oh, it didn't pop up yet.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So to commemorate our. Whoa, you okay there? Did
Yeah,
you
I
just knock
just-
yourself in the head? Oh, did you?
No.
Did it splash up in your
Yeah.
eye? Oh, that's the worst, especially when it's carbonated.
Yeah.
The fruit ones are the worst.
I'm good. Brie didn't like that.
That's not a very good sign.
What
It's the
was that?
sage spray.
Come in.
Can you store mine?
Yeah, how many more do you have?
That's all. This is
Are you guys going to hang out in your room?
yes. Gosh, just oh my.
I know. I wish I'm about to scoot. I'm about to scoot him over. Say, I wish I could enjoy the full comfiness of this damn chair, but freaking Leon's taking the whole seat up.
He doesn't pay rent, by the way.
Yeah. Come on.
You left your sweater here also.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just gonna leave it here if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In case I need it. There we go. It's comfy. Hello. 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 Ugh.
We're such ladies.
Let me crack this one open real quick.
I made dinner last night, and Rick came home and ate a bunch of crackers and cheese, and then was like, I'm full. I was like, okay. And so then, like, an hour later, I come downstairs, and he's cracking open, like, microwavable cheese curds.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, are you hungry? And he's like, yeah, I'm hungry. He's like, I
Could've
made
eaten
dinner.
Yeah.
Did he eat any of it? No.
Josh has done that before. He'll like an hour. He'll eat breakfast and he won't eat lunch and he won't eat anything all day
Mhm.
until dinner time. And then like right before dinner time, he grabs a whole
He
bunch
has
of
a snack.
snacks and just starts snacking. And I'm like, you know, dinner's going to be in like an hour. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going to get full. And then dinner time. No, I won't. Dinner time comes and be like, he'll eat like one plate or one helping of something. And I'm like, is that all you're going to eat? Yeah, I'm real full. Probably
Yeah.
all those damn Starbursts you just choked down, dude.
Seriously. At least he eats a helping. Rick won't even eat a helping.
He'll usually eat a helping of the meat portion, but usually not
yeah.
the sides.
Yeah, he tried.
He knows I'm a
piece of
sides
each thing.
person. I love sides.
Me too.
Love sides.
And then why don't they make
And
sides?
I feel like I go more. Yeah, same. Josh will just eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Like he will go to town and just eat a whole bunch of turkey. But like me, I love my sides.
he is a serial killer. What the heck?
You know, he cuts it with the butcher knife whenever as he's eating too. Makes so much
as
sense.
he's eating.
No. It's like
Please do that again. That
like
was
a
so
big
cute.
butcher knife.
Love it.
Oh.
I can't wait to hear your story.
Okay, so to commemorate our first episode, I wanted to, because I did the first Conjuring movie, The Perrin Family Haunting. So I thought it would be fitting to do the second Conjuring movie, the the Enfield Poltergeist, which is, yeah, it is an Ed and Lorraine Warren case. So
Okay, that is really cool that you're doing that.
yeah, well, I originally
Did you
was gonna.
save that? No, you didn't. Cause you
No,
were
I
gonna
was
do that
originally
one,
gonna
and
do
then-
Peggy,
Yeah.
but I did Peggy last week, and I just said her name twice. And I'm gonna say her name a lot more because there happens to be a character in this that's named
Oh
Peggy.
no.
And I was like, oh wow, that's weird.
Well, just don't look in the mirror and say it 3 times.
Yeah,
Just kidding. That's
yeah.
Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, maybe it works that way too with her. Okay, stop it. We respect you. Sorry. Also sorry for people.
Oh,
Okay.
everyone, last week, after the day after Brie told that story,
Oh,
I
yeah.
woke up, I thought I had like a runny nose, so like I wiped it with my sleeve because I'm a child, and I was like, oh, no big deal. Didn't look at my hand or my sleeve, and I sit up, and there's like my mouth filled up with like this metallic taste, and I was like, what the heck? That's super weird. And I sit up, and blood just drains from my nose.
And you had a headache.
And I had a headache. Well, I chalked that up
Oh
to
yeah,
something
that's
else.
right.
But the bloody nose, I didn't, because I don't get
Yeah.
bloody noses.
Yeah.
It
You
was
like snapped me, and I didn't pay attention to it right away. And you texted me, you're like, Brie, look at your snap. And I looked at it, and there's like all this blood on your face, and I'm like, no. And I
Yeah.
immediately call her, and I'm like, are you okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I had a bloody nose, and I got a bloody
I'm so
nose
scared
later
for you.
too.
Yeah.
So like 2 bloody noses.
Mhm.
And so when I was
It was
editing,
a ton of blood.
yeah, it was way more. It wouldn't stop. Normally, like you can clog it.
Yeah.
I couldn't clog it. It wouldn't. It was just everywhere. And then I was scared for editing, but it turned out to be okay.
I mean, we had
We have our own
a couple
issues.
issues, but
Yeah.
we can't blame that on that at this point.
I really want to.
We really want to, but we can't.
So, anyways, go ahead. Now.
Okay, so blah, 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 blah. I already said all that. Look at me remembering stuff without reading it. So let's begin. On
Okay.
August 30th, 1977, at a small detached home in the suburbs of Enfield, London, England. I can totally see it from here, but they're my blue light ones, so I want to
Oh.
make sure.
Very cute that she had to put on glasses, everyone.
I'm like, let me see what that word is there. No, I just have astigmatism. I'm good.
Okay.
In the
Oh,
suburbs
my ears
of.
hurting.
Oh my gosh.
No, like it's really hurting.
Yeah.
Like a sharp pain.
no.
Stop. Ow. Brie, Okay, keep talking. I'll just sit here in pain. Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you okay?
Yeah, my ear just hurts.
Son of a biscuit. I'm never doing that story again. I hope I won't. Why would I need to?
Yeah, why would you need to?
Okay, so in a small detached home in the suburbs of Enfield, London, England, at 284 Green Street, this was the home of the Hodgson family, a single mother, Peggy, and her 4 children, Margaret at age 13, Janet at age 11, Johnny at age 10, and Billy at age 7. The kids were settling down for the evening when Peggy heard the children yelling in their room that their dresser chest was moving.
That kind of makes me think of the bunk bed story.
Yeah. And also Battersea Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
It's very similar, and it's in the same area too. It's very similar,
Okay.
and in the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all. That's why they thought that one was such a hoax, was because this had just happened.
that's right. Okay.
So Peggy went to investigate, of course, and told the kids. She said, "Pack it up and go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Like, stop playing around.
Knock it
Quit
off.
messing around. This is enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mom. I get it."
I get it.
She got to the room and found that the dresser was indeed moving away from the wall. Janet Hodgson was quoted to the news saying, "It started in the back bedroom, the chest of drawers moved, and you could hear shuffling." So when Peggy attempted to move the furniture back in its place, she witnessed it slide towards her again, and when she attempted to move it a final time, she couldn't.
Oh my gosh.
So now let me add a couple little things first.
Okay.
Janet had just told her mom that the brothers' beds were shaking the night before. But she just passed it off as wild imagination, like
Right.
moms do. I mean,
Right.
that's kind of what you can't feed into that
Right.
because it could be nothing.
Correct.
It likely is nothing.
Correct.
And second, Janet.
You also don't want to scare the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Janet admitted to playing with a Ouija board prior to everything that's gonna go down here. She admitted that
Janet.
later on. So now, obviously, she had believed them, and she ran to the neighbor's house, Vic Nottingham. Vic was described as a big burly man, and when he came into the home, they had heard unexplained knocking. Vic said, "I went in there, and I couldn't make out these noises. There was knocking on the walls, in the bedroom, on the ceiling. I was beginning to get a bit frightened."
Oh,
And he wasn't the kind of guy, like, he was a big, tough guy. He wasn't
Yeah.
the kind of guy to, like, that you'd think would get shaken up.
Correct.
They had suspected someone was playing a prank on them. Of course, that's what you got to jump to first.
Okay.
So they called the police. They came out at 1 a.m. in the morning. The police checked the walls, attic, and pipes. But did you hear that?
No, what?
Nothing. I don't know.
I hear Rick and the kids talking.
And I heard like a loud, but I think it came from my mouth. It was weird.
Oh, that's
It
cute.
was really weird. It's like I don't know what happened. But they checked the pipes and they found nothing to explain any of the unusual noises. At one point, one of the officers was left in the living room with the family, and while they were there, the lights started switching on and off, and the oldest son, Johnny, pointed to one of the chairs, which appeared to be wobbling from side to side.
Oh my gosh.
Then they saw the chair slide across the floor 3 to 4 feet towards the kitchen wall.
Just right in front of them.
Yep. So it was like, there's your proof. The chair was inspected, of course, for any kind of wires or any kind of trickery, and there was nothing found. The police left, and they were like, there's nothing we can do. Like there's
we
no
can't
one
arrest a
breaking the
ghost.
law. Yeah. Sorry. Good luck.
Oh no.
So it got worse. The neighbor Vic and his son returned to the home the next day, and they said that they were attacked by flying Legos and marbles in the home.
Oh my gosh.
That sucks.
That would hurt.
Over the following days, other people came to the home to help, including members of the council and clergy, but they obviously couldn't do anything. Things continued to get worse. Eventually, the neighbor had called the newspaper, the Daily Mirror, to come and check out the haunting.
Oh my gosh.
When the reporter / photographer showed up, Graham Morris, he came and nothing happened. It was just all chill.
Okay. So there was nothing he could have done.
Yeah, for a while, nothing was happening. And he's just like, all right, nothing's happening. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
So as he's heading out the door, he was immediately called back into the home. And he had said it was chaos. Things were flying around and people were screaming. And he got hit in the head with a Lego brick.
A Lego brick?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a Lego brick?
Like a little brick. Like a little Lego.
A little
like
Lego.
a
Okay.
Lego piece. Yeah.
I'm thinking like this big
a
old
giant brick just smacked. He's dead now.
He's
you know,
dead. Goodbye.
Rip. Another convincing incident occurred on September 8th at 1:15 a.m. when they had heard a loud crash in the kids' room and found two of the girls asleep, and a chair had flipped, moving and moved across the room like they slept through it.
Oh
How
my
the hell do you
gosh.
sleep through that?
Maybe it was very quiet.
I don't
was
know.
doing acrobats.
But they heard it in a whole nother. They heard it downstairs.
Oh, but the girls.
They were
slept through
downstairs,
it.
but the girls didn't hear it. Yeah, they slept through it.
It's amazing what kids can sleep through.
But maybe they were used to it too, though.
Oh, that's true.
This is what broke this story. It made headlines. Peggy appeared on the radio, was interviewed multiple times, and realizing that the newspaper people obviously weren't qualified to help these people, the Society for Fiscal Research was called, SPR for short.
Fiscal
Fiscal.
research. Okay.
Yeah, fiscal. They sent a Maurice Gross and a Guy Playfair.
Okay.
When they arrived, they first noticed the atmosphere of the house. That was the first thing they noticed. They noticed that everyone seemed terrified, and their emotions seemed genuine.
Okay.
Like these people are actually scared of
please
something.
help
They are
us.
going through something.
Yeah.
Some of the other first things that they noticed were objects being thrown like marbles. And when
my
they
gosh.
had landed, they wouldn't roll and they were hot to the touch.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, it was really weird. From then on, Morris Gross had witnessed more than 2,000 incidents over his stay. He even conducted his own investigations, hiding recorders and cameras to see if any of the children were behind it all, but didn't really find anything. Janet, who had seemed to be the main center of it all, mentioned things such as furniture turning over, cups filled with water, fires igniting, voices, and levitation. Other activity included sofas levitating and spinning, the family being pulled from their beds,
Oh my gosh.
ongoing knocking, following them down the hall and around the home, and Janet began to go into violent trance-like states.
Oh my gosh.
So one of the fits that she went into became so bad one night she couldn't sleep. So they called a doctor who gave her 10 milligrams of Valium, which as an adult you would be knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
So it knocked her out.
Good.
After all was settled, she was asleep. All the adults left the room. And not long after, they had heard a crash come from her room. So her uncle came up there, and he found her asleep on top of a radio that was like on like another area. Like it was high up. Like you wouldn't just go up there and crawl. And she was asleep. She was dead asleep.
I'm trying to picture.
It's like a giant ass radio in the 70s.
Yeah.
Picture the 70s. Like
it's the size of a TV.
you would die if you got hit by a radio then.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least one death in the 70s of being hit by radio. What's the cause of death? Radio dropped on the head.
Radio killed the.
Radio killed the guy walking next to her. I think we just found the title. No, just kidding. So throughout this, Graham Morris gathered a lot of. He was the one who was the photographer for the newspaper. So he was still taking pictures for the newspaper, and he gathered a lot of evidence. Do you need to open that?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
So he had rigged up like a camera to take pictures whenever motion or movement was triggered. And one of the photos captured was one of the very famous pictures. Oh, crud. That's right. I was going to do that. That's okay.
My ear doesn't hurt anymore.
Oh, good. I want to show you.
Are you going to send it to me?
Yeah. We're so far away that we have to text each other. What is that noise? Are your kids singing?
She might have the just sing on.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, Bree.
So it looks like a lot of people dispute that picture because it kind of does look like she is jumping.
It does,
but
how? There's no way she jumped unless she jumped from like
it's
her
really
bed.
high. Yeah, that's what a lot of people would say.
You can't jump that
But there's
high.
like if you look up infield poltergeist, there's multiple like pictures of them being thrown
so
or
she's
them
being
in the air.
thrown. There's two kids
Yes.
on that bed.
Yeah, her sister's in the other one. Her sister Margaret. They've both been pulled out of their beds. There's like
They
I said,
look distraught. The
yeah,
ones that
exactly,
are laying in
and
the
then
bed.
that, and then yeah,
Look at the carpet.
I know. I'll get to that.
To the
I know
carpet?
to the carpet. There's a lot of posters on the walls too from the 70s, like
Yeah, that's
Starsky
cute.
and Hutch.
Yeah.
They keep them in the movie too, in the Conjuring too.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get to the kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get to all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's probably the most widely known photo for this particular case. And it just got out everywhere. Everyone had seen this picture.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Everything was a lot on the family. Peggy was always on the edge, breaking down. The kids were even getting bullied in school. They'd seen newspaper headlines.
Why would they get bullied for
They'd
that?
seen things about the girl being possessed and whatnot, and they would call Janet Ghost Girl and put I meant to look this up. They put crane flies down her back. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds terrible.
They just sound like really big flies,
It's-
like horse flies.
That or like a paper crane? I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know, but they put them down her back.
That's mean.
It is mean. One of
I
the
hate
brothers. I know
kids.
kids are especially. I guess nowadays they're mean too.
Yeah.
So
Alice is getting
one of the
bullied.
brothers. What?
Alice is getting bullied at school by the kid that sits next to her.
Beat 'em up.
Sorry.
That makes me mad.
Well, I told you about the water yesterday.
Yeah.
Today, he kept moving. Every time she would get up, he would move the chair like across the room so she couldn't. She'd have to go get it, and then she would get in trouble for walking across the room.
Did you say something to teacher? Did you message her?
Not about that one today, but it's like, come on. Sorry.
Punk. No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
I hate kids. I don't hate kids. I
I
love
was
them.
about to say, and yet you run a daycare. She does love kids. You do love kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so adults can be assholes too.
Yes.
One of the brothers also would be called Freak from the Ghost House, and people would spit at
No.
him in the street.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I mention this because people say that the family did this was all a hoax, and the family did this for the media and the money. But why, if this was what you got out of it, and why continue?
Yeah, you would like make a thing like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the family was scared and traumatized. They were either all sleeping in the same room with the lights on, or at sometimes they were sleeping at Peggy's brother's house, who lived down the road. And while they were staying there, at one point, his wife, aka her sister-in-law, was making tea, and a Lego brick just appeared in midair in front of her and dropped on the table. So this confirmed that it could follow them, whatever it was. Like they just saw like this toy floating and then just dropped.
I would.
That would freak me out.
Oh my
I'd be like,
gosh.
get out.
Yes.
Go.
Sorry. I love you, but not that much.
Not today, Satan. Even though it was mainly Janet, Peggy and Margaret were also getting affected by this. Like they had headaches and bad dreams, but like I said, it was mainly around Janet.
Okay.
People passing by or neighbors had even seen things like in the windows. They had seen Janet levitate at one point.
Oh my gosh.
They had seen apparitions and even a cushion being transported to the roof. I thought it was like what is that? What is going on? What is that cushion doing over there? So the family was sent away to take a break from the home during this, and Maurice Gross, the guy who was investigating a lot of it, heard he was staying there, and he had heard some barking coming from Janet's bed.
Oh.
They didn't have a dog.
Like from her bedroom or
underneath
from
her bed. He had conducted an interview, and while using knocks or raps, as they called it, and I guess that's essentially like a way of communicating with spirits through knocks
I
or
feel
tapping.
like you've talked about that before.
I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I mentioned it in the other one.
With Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters, one of them.
Maybe
they did that. That was
Sorry.
Breeze and Ghost Rap.
We just lost like 40 listeners.
All 40 of them.
All 40 of them. Oh, wait, I just said we only had 5 earlier. We just lost all 5 of our listeners. So he began with simple yes or no questions. 1 knock for no and 2 knocks for yes. So
yeah,
far,
you've talked about that.
Yeah. No, I've never. I didn't know that they had. That another word for it was raps, though.
Oh,
I thought that
gotcha.
was different. So far, he had found out some things about the spirit that was there, and he had found out that it was a male, and it had lived in the house for more than 50 years ago, and then it proceeded to throw a box and a pillow at Maurice.
Ow,
he
don't
stopped.
throw pillows at me.
Ow, the cushion.
Not the cushion. I guess that would be better than Legos.
A Lego brick.
Or
Yeah.
freaking marbles.
Or like a radio. I mean, that would suck to get a radio thrown at you.
Wait, I thought that she fell
Yeah,
asleep
she fell
on top-
asleep on
okay.
it. No radios were thrown in the in
No
the making
radios
of
were
this.
harmed in the
Poltergeist.
making of this part. Poltergeist.
On November 10th, a psychic, and this is all the same year, November 10th, a psychic named I'm so comfortable right now, named Eduardo Balamps.
I think you and Leon are both.
We are. Bolomnovsky came to visit Janet on her birthday by using a magnetometer. He had found a spike in the magnetic field when a pillow was thrown around the machine. Duh. The psychic had suggested to leave pens and paper around the home for the spirit to leave messages. So
Okay.
this ended up being effective. It resulted in a lot of messages being left around the home.
Oh my gosh.
One of the first ones found was found by Peggy, and it said, "I will stay in this house. Do not read this to anyone, or I will retaliate."
But she read it to someone.
I saw that she had read it to her ex-husband, which had pissed the spirit off.
Oh.
But
I was thinking
it was a misunderstanding, is what it had replied. I believe.
how do you misunderstand
I know.
that?
I was like,
It
oh,
says,
it's an
"Do
accepting ghost." It's like, it's okay. It was just a misunderstanding. We're
No.
good.
How do you
We're cool.
misunderstand? Do not read out loud.
Or I will retaliate.
And she's like, I don't know. I took it as like maybe you could.
It's also really long too, which was a lot of weird things, that how specific and how long it was. Another note was found asking, "Can I have a tea bag?" So Peggy left one on the counter, and later on, a ripped tea bag manifested beside it. Like, what are you using this for?
I have questions. How did it? Was it empty?
Maybe
It was ripped.
that's what I wondered. Like, was it empty? Did it use it? Did it put
eat
the stuff inside the toilet and drink some tea? Some toilet tea?
the toilet tea? That sounds like a toilet
Sounds like a prison
hooch.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the site that I had used, they noted that the writing was also really similar to Janet's. But whenever I was reading it, I was like, well, isn't it using her to write this? Because it's using her for...
Right.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. You'll find out in just a second. Okay, so on November 29th, a medium named Louise Gasparetto came and tried to offer spiritual healing. Louise went into a trance and made drawings and paintings. And after he had left, Janet began to create her own pictures.
Oh.
They weren't unicorns and rainbows. Just
I was.
spoiler alert.
Dang it! I knew it.
They were disturbing, bloody pictures. She wrote Watson all over one of them.
Who's
which
Watson?
Turns out there was a family by that name that once lived there, and the wife had passed of a tumor in her throat, which were actually comparable to some of the pictures that Janet had drawn.
Oh my gosh.
That's not freaky.
What? Why would she be haunting the place though?
I don't know. There's a lot of... It's a poltergeist. It means there's more than one.
Oh, gotcha.
Or it's very active, I guess. But I think also poltergeist can mean that there's more than one.
I thought it meant
There's
also that it was like
multiple.
demonic too.
Mm-mm. No, not usually. No,
Oh.
it's usually... What does poltergeist mean? Oh, man, I should have looked this up beforehand.
You're fine.
I'm going to look it up so I don't sound dumb.
Okay.
I'm just going to sound dumb on Patreon. Are you okay?
Yeah, my ear keeps
Is your
going
ear
in
ringing
and
again?
out. Every once in a while. Gabe's eardrum ruptured today at Fred Meyer's.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
He has an ear infection. I guess he gets them a lot,
Ouch.
and then it just ruptured today. They said it's happened. This is the third time it's happened.
Ouch. He had tubes?
That's there. He's going in
He's
to
gonna
a
get tubes.
specialist.
Oh, man. Poor kid.
He's gonna, I guess, gonna have something on to open up the canals or something.
Jeez, that stinks.
Yeah.
Okay, so the origin of poltergeist is German, and it means to create a disturbance. I thought it was like to shake or something. I don't know. Anyway.
But so if that's what it means, can I call my kid a poltergeist when she comes in the middle of the night?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to start doing that now that you mentioned
I had a poltergeist today.
Today was such a poltergeist. So
Like, I feel like that's not very descriptive of, and it doesn't go along with.
It's 1,000% described. It's perfect. It's disturbing.
It's
Disturbance.
disturbing, but why aren't we calling it like a ghost that poltergeists? We just call it a poltergeist.
I think it's just, I don't know.
Now that word doesn't even sound like it's a real word anymore.
Poltergeist. Sorry.
Thank you for looking that up.
Rapidly do. Okay, so in the beginning of December, Janice was found by Morris sliding down the stairs head first, asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Like dead asleep.
How? That would hurt so
I
bad.
know. And she was pulled out of bed.
Oh.
December 10th, the entity was challenged to speak aloud, and they had heard what first sounded like a dog bark and whistling, and it turned out to be a deep voice claiming to be Joe Watson, the Watson family.
Oh.
Over the next few nights, the voice continued, but was now saying it was Bill Wilkins.
Who's that?
So, the voice of Bill Wilkins was a raspy, deep voice that seemed to be coming from Janet. Maurice told her, he's like, that's coming from you. And she's like, no, it's behind me.
What?
So to prove this, he's like, no, that's definitely you. It's coming from you. So he made her hold water in her mouth, and still they heard the voice clearly. And he even, at one point, he even taped her mouth, and then they even called a voice therapist in to determine it, but they couldn't.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So do you think like it was like she was throwing? You know how people can throw their voice?
It was. I mean, it. You'll see.
Okay.
So the voice claiming to be Bill Wilkins. This is. I don't know if I already meant. I didn't mention this. This is probably one of the most. And I'll give you this later.
Okay.
This is probably one of the most documented cases out there because of how much footage and how much recordings and how many pictures they got.
Or are you talking about
This case overall.
Okay.
245, 330, and 450. So I'm going to play you a couple clips. That's not it. I mean, that is it. Ghost.
Oh, a ghost.
Yeah. And then one little bit. And this is the actual recording.
And this is coming from her voice.
Yeah.
From her mouth.
From behind her.
Oh, behind her.
This sound just freaked me out. It just sounded weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it sounds
And-
like a
Like a pirate.
I was gonna say demonic lion.
Mufasa.
Scar.
And that would go on sometimes for like 3 hours at a time.
Wow.
So to reflect,
How do you not? Sorry,
You're fine.
Interviewing her. Oh my gosh. Interviewing her. How did they like keep a straight? Thank you.
We found him on the roof.
Yeah.
I told you he was gonna go out
Thank
there.
you. All right. Try to stay quiet when you're inside, please.
Bye, ladies.
Are you
thanks,
guys going outside?
Thanks for popping in.
Huh?
She can have a sleep.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay. He's got stuff all over him.
It's his new favorite spot.
Oh, and Jesse.
Like no, there's like
Is it sap?
no, it's like stickies, stickers.
Oh, babies.
But they're not like I don't know, they're stuck to his fur,
They're
but
just
they're
sticky.
yeah, they're just sticky. So I'm curious, how do you not like crack up.
Yeah, I know. Like, "Arr!"
You just
I'd
start
be like,
laughing.
I would, you know me.
Hi, baby.
Tony. Tony says hello, everyone. Nope, he's gonna want out.
I'm gonna
Tony,
use that sound for the end.
come cut. Oh yes. So to reflect the recording, your daddy's over here. Are you gonna come over here too? To reflect the recording, it had stated that the voice was Bill Wilkins, who had died in the home. For those of you that look it up, I'll go further. It says that he had said that he had died in the home of a hemorrhage downstairs in a chair. And when they'd asked why they couldn't see him, it responded by saying, "I'm invisible because I'm a GHOST." This was later confirmed not only by research, but the son of Bill Wilkins
Oh.
came forward, named Terry, that he had lived there and he had died there. So
I am so confused that, like, the way that normally, like, the way that, like, all the stories that you've done, like, normally they die in a sinister way.
I mean, that's pretty traumatic. He died downstairs of a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, but I mean, like, sinister, like someone
Like they
killed
were
them
murdered. Yeah,
or
traumatic.
something like
Yeah.
that. So it's interesting how, I don't know. I'm not doubting.
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah, no.
But it's
It's
because
just different.
they're so angry.
Yeah. He didn't. I mean, he just didn't want to leave, I guess.
And I guess that's another thing is like what I was thinking of a poltergeist is like they're angry. So I don't know.
Am I getting all the babies? Okay, so they had a hypnotist come to the home, or no, blah, 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 blah. So they decided to hypnotize Janet, and they asked her a couple questions. They had said, "Do you know who is doing all this?" She responded, "Me and my sister." They said, "Why do you think you are to blame?" And she said, "I don't know who is." And then they had asked, "What does it feel like?" "Cold hands gripping me around my body."
Oh my gosh.
"Who started the trouble?" "None of us." "What is the cause of the trouble?" "An increase of unhappiness."
Wow.
So they say that poltergeists are really common, like during, like, especially girls around puberty, like Battersea poltergeist, same situation around the same age.
Yeah.
And they say like changes in emotions and hormones and stuff like that. And they were going through a traumatic time in their life. Their dad had left them,
Right.
so they were in a single home, or with their mom, who was a single mom. They were going through a lot of stuff. So I think that what she meant, like increased unhappiness, was her talking about herself as
Yeah.
like they were just unhappy, and maybe she was the cause of this, or felt that she was the cause of this.
Okay.
So mid-December, I'm almost done.
But it's not like that's not why this is happening to
No,
her.
no.
But she just happens to be the target.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mid-December, Janet began to levitate. It was not only witnessed by her sister, but by a local lady named Hazel, who had just happened to be passing by. I had mentioned her briefly earlier, and she saw her floating through her window, going up and down in a horizontal position, as if someone had got a hold of her legs and her back and was throwing her up and down.
Oh my gosh.
On Friday, December 23rd, the family goldfish died, and Bill admitted to electrocuting it in the tank using his spirit energy.
Bill.
Come on, Bill.
Oh my god.
Come on, baby. Come on, you butthead.
He doesn't know what he wants.
On Christmas, the pet parakeet was found dead in the cage. And on that same day, Janet was found being choked by a curtain wrapped around her neck. And in her interview, she had stated that that was the most frightening encounter, was when a curtain wrapped itself around her neck next to her bed.
Oh my gosh.
She also claimed that a knife was following her around in the home upstairs, and later Peggy, the mom, had found a knife upstairs that just didn't belong.
What the heck?
On January 15th, Peggy's birthday, writing was found on a wall which was seemed to be used by fecal matter, and diarrhea puddles were found.
Ew.
Talk about poo. And when it was sent off to be tested, it showed up as cat urine.
Did they have a cat?
Nope.
But it was diarrhea puddles.
Yeah, like I thought that was really weird.
Huh.
Peggy even saw a man go upstairs from the waist down. Then a message in electrical tape was put on the bathroom door that said, "I am Fred."
Was it the Onward Brothers' dad
The what?
from the movie Onward?
I've never. Oh, I have seen that. I love that movie.
he's just like
Hey, baby.
from the waist down. It's a
Oh.
Chris Pratt movie.
I get it now. What are you doing? You're laying on your dad.
He's fine with it. Trust me.
Oh, they're so sweet. I'll cuddle up over here to me.
He like Leon just lets him do whatever he wants, and Leon's like, okay.
You're the coolest dad, Leon.
Yeah.
In May, Ed and Lorraine got wind of this whole case and showed up uninvited for just one day. Uninvited. Okay, they put uninvited in the site that I saw, but in their interviews with the family and them, they didn't make it sound like they were pissed about it. They had just not been invited. Like, they just came because they heard about the case and they wanted to help.
So you're like, it's not like everyone's invited but you.
Yeah.
It's they just didn't invite them. They
Yeah.
didn't think to. And
Exactly.
they showed up.
Yeah. So the movie The Conjuring 2 was very misleading, though, on their part in the whole thing. But if anything, like, they were only there for one day, but in the movie they were there like several days, like maybe a week or so.
Okay.
But if anything, I guess they had brought comfort to the family, which is what Janet had said in an interview as an adult.
That's
and
good.
when they arrived, Lorraine confirmed that there was a spirit there, not necessarily evil, but she was concerned about it.
It sounds like it's evil.
Yeah, right. When they arrived, Lorraine confirmed. I just read that. So, also in a book called The Demonologist, Ed stated, inhuman spirit phenomena were in progress. Now you couldn't record the dangerous, threatening atmosphere inside the little house, but you could film the levitations, teleportations, and dematerializations of people and objects that were happening there. Not to mention the many hundreds of hours of tape recordings made of these spirit voices speaking out loud in the rooms.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what he stated in a book. Eventually, on July 25th of 1978, Janet was sent to stay at the Maudsley Hospital for a psychiatric evaluation.
Oh, that poor girl.
She was given a clean bill of health. She had no brain damage, no epilepsy, anything like that. That would be something that you would want to check.
Okay.
It obviously eased her mind, and she returned home on September the 1st. And within 6 weeks, she'd seen the apparition of a little boy. A month later, a medium was brought into the home who determined there was a 24-year-old woman involved in the case. And Maurice Gross had a daughter who had just passed in a car crash at the age of 24. And evidently her name was Janet. So, after this was brought to light, things started calming down and just stopped. So, the haunting lasted for over 18 months.
Ugh.
However, over the years, the family claimed to feel some kind of presence there and heard occasional noises, but nothing like that was crazy. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, but single mom, like,
yeah, I get it.
Maybe you couldn't afford it. Janet left home at 16 and married young. Her brother John died in 1981, which wasn't long after that.
What?
At just 14.
Why?
Peggy, I don't know. Peggy remained. I think it was cancer. The mom had cancer too, though. I don't remember. Peggy remained at the home until her death in 2003. Since the events, Janet, Margaret, and even Peggy had made some appearances on TV, papers, books, movies, and radio. And movies were made based on this.
Like,
The Conjuring 2.
they're
And
in that movie?
no, but they were there to
They
consult
help.
with.
Okay.
Yeah, they consulted with it.
I like it when they bring...
Like, actually people like that were in it in
yeah.
the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed them in the end, and I think they did interviews with them.
Oh, okay.
And they brought, like, they did, like, I watched some behind-the-scene interview where they were reunited with Lorraine Warren because she was still alive at the time, and they were, like, so happy to see her. They were like, oh my
Oh.
gosh, and she's like, you've grown.
You've grown.
You've grown.
What happens?
It's been 100 years. So let's get to the skeptic side, because this is a huge case for skeptics, and just a lot of people believe this whole thing was a hoax.
Was The Conjuring 1, was there a lot of skeptics?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of skeptics with all of them, but yes, there was quite a few skeptics on that one, but yeah, not as bad as this one.
Oh, okay.
So the children not only were caught fabricating some of the occurrences, but they admitted to some of it.
Well, I mean, the son Bill was trying to use his ghost. What did he call it? His spirit energy.
No, that was Bill Wilkins. That was the ghost that killed the fish.
Come in,
Mom, what's Grammy's name?
Rita. That was not worth interrupting.
The Bill
Why
Wilkins,
did I think that?
the spirit, not the son, the spirit killed the fish? Maybe because of the story you read recently, where you talked about a son drowning a fish.
Oh, maybe. I was like,
because I actually got confused because of that story with this, and I had to go back and remember who Bill was, and I was
Okay.
like, oh, that was Bill Wilkins that did that.
Gotcha. Sorry.
You're good. So yeah, they were caught fabricating some of the things, pulling pranks, as they called them. Janet admitted to the news in 1980 that once or twice they faked phenomena just to see if they would get caught, and they always did. They bent spoons, attempted to bend an iron bar.
Oh my
They
lord.
banged brooms against the ceiling, and they like to hide the tape recorder. And also, it was questioned why no one was allowed in the room with Janet whenever she would go into her trance, like her trance-like states. But like, there's videos and stuff of other people in the room with her, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how true that was.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. They're kids.
They're kids, exactly.
And
They wanted attention. They had new people coming in the home.
Well, not just attention, but maybe they're like, maybe bringing the attention will help make this thing go away.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But like that was the biggest argument, was that they were kids and they're
Yeah.
just playing. They think it's funny. They think it's okay.
Well,
so.
and if the mom is like, okay, they did these things, but these other things are still happening.
Yeah,
Something's still happening.
How are you gonna talk yourself out of your kid levitating in the air?
Exactly.
Mid-air.
And other people witnessing
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, and multiple people witnessed it too.
Yeah.
As an adult, Janet was asked just how much they actually like faked anything that had happened, and she said maybe 2%.
Okay.
So if anything was done, it wasn't a lot of it. Also, I mentioned that a lot of tests were done whenever that voice was coming out of Janet or behind Janet, as of filling her mouth with water, tape, and the voices still occurred after examination from a speech therapist. They said that the only way that they could see that voice would be coming out of her would be that, I guess it resembled like a false vocal cord tone, which is where there's a voice effect known as, oh my God, I'm going to butcher this, plica ventricularis, which is where the muscle tension is behind the throat, can produce sounds independent of vocal cords. However, doing this, often results in an extremely sore throat, or can do serious damage to your voice.
Oh, okay.
And she would do this for 3 hours at a time. Like, there's no way. And she would talk normal afterwards.
Afterwards.
So
she's not doing this.
there's I'm pretty sure that would be obvious, especially if you had water in your mouth.
You'd be spitting it everywhere.
And they had a ventriloquist show up at one point too to like see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was neat. Also, people questioned Morris's ties to the whole thing because he after finding out that there was a 24-year-old woman's spirit there.
No!
I don't know why I'm not helping. I'm just frozen right now.
You're fine.
I'm scared.
Okay, it looks like talking to Mike.
Hello.
It looks like everything.
Tony, stop it. Play with the balloons. Or don't.
Yeah, you play with the balloons all day.
It's probably why they're all deflated.
Well, I blew up. You know how the helium comes with colored ones?
Yeah.
I blew up a couple of those for the kids, and he was playing with those. And he would be like, "He's playing with my toy."
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Get over it.
Yeah. He's a cat.
He can't help it.
Sorry.
You're good. But a lot of people questioned his ties to the whole thing because they think that some people think that he may have had like some kind of emotional thing to it because he believed that it could have been his daughter, Janet, who had passed away at the age of 24.
Okay.
Same age as the spirit was.
Right.
But believe what you want.
Right.
There's tons of evidence on YouTube. You guys should totally watch it. Watch The Conjuring 2, although there is a lot of different things in it. It's Hollywood. So.
I do want to watch it.
It's have you seen it?
I don't think so.
It's so good.
I don't even know if I've seen the first one.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. The voice in it that they use for Bill Wilkins sounds exactly like those tapes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really good. So that's the story of the Enfield Poltergeist, aka Conjuring 2.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That wasn't as scary as I think. You know what? Actually, I think that's one of the more scarier ones that you've done, except for the dolls.
Except for the dolls.
Yeah.
Poltergeist ones always freak me out. Poltergeist ones and possession ones freak me out.
Possession ones definitely.
There was a
freak me
little bit
out.
of kind of like possession in that one, though.
That's what.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like her little trances, and then the voice.
The voice.
Yeah, I'll have to say there's like a multiple. I don't know if you can like clip multiple clips together from a video.
What do you mean?
Or I guess
Are
we
you talking
could
to
just,
me?
Yeah. The YouTube video I got,
Obviously,
it's
you're
like
talking to
one.
me.
It's like one big video, but I marked at the points where I want certain spots.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Okay.
So what I did for my last one and what I will do for this one is I go to a YouTube converter
Yeah.
and
MP3.
you convert it to an MP3.
Right.
So that's how I used to get my songs.
Yeah. Same.
Back in the day. And then, except for now, the websites are kind of sketch because
Yeah.
it's not as like common.
Hashtag before I had a iPhone.
Yeah. And then I'll just go to those that timestamp and
Okay.
clip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
I gotta
sense.
go pee real quick.
Yep. Are you using your bathroom?
No, we're not allowed to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I can go downstairs.
You're okay. I can wait till you're done.
I'll check on the family. I'll go downstairs.
Hey, you lit the candle. Oh, no, you didn't. Why did it look like it was lit? I'll check on the fam. going? Is Nat asleep yet? Okay, I was just wondering. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. It's because you got on the phone. If it's the kitty cat blanket, that is Charlotte's. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Natalie. No, she's not in here. Sorry. Did you go pee?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I was just calling to check in. All right, I love you. All right, bye.
Is he good?
Yeah, I was just calling to make sure he's good. Yeah, of course, as I'm on the phone, Natalie screams because Charlotte did something to piss her off. I swear they always act up the minute I get on the phone.
Of course.
I had my doctor's appointment this morning, and it was a virtual one, and they were just fine. Right before, I had set up Natalie with Frozen. I had Charlotte doing her little preschool on the computer. Everything was fine. The minute I get on the phone, Charlotte comes over. Who are you talking to, Mom? Who are you talking to? Mom, can you do this? And Natalie brings over a slipper. Mom, help! Mom, help! And I'm like, oh my God. I grabbed her slipper and I threw it for her to go get it. She's like, no! So she runs and goes to get it. Luckily, it was only like a 2-minute conversation.
That's good.
I was so annoyed. Like every time.
There's been a few times where I get it's like an important phone call and they're being so naughty. I just leave. I just walk outside.
Yeah, I've had to. Yeah, if it was that bad, I would have walked into the bedroom and just closed the door. I knew it was going to be a quick appointment because
That's good.
doctor hates
Talking.
spending any time, but he loves charging me $1 billion for
Yeah.
my appointments.
Sure.
Because apparently doctors are
Assholes?
I don't know if they can do that actually for
What are you talking about?
follow-ups.
For follow-ups?
I'm gonna call TRICARE and see if they're allowed to do that because I don't know if they're allowed to like only be in there for like it's not even like 2 full minutes.
What it was it for your blood work?
Yeah, it was a follow-up, yes, but I don't know.
When I worked at the doctor's office, we would bill patients for super quick appointments.
Yeah, but they charge me for like a full appointment.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
Yeah, they can. It's called an office visit.
Yeah, that's not an office visit. That's
It
a
is.
follow-up.
It is. That's how they'll bill it. I know they will. I'm sorry.
I don't know if they can. I don't know.
Your face is all red.
Is it? Yeah, it's because I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
I just know that I'm probably just used to my old doctor who would spend like an hour and a half with me because I knew her.
Yeah.
And she would like be very precise about everything.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
She would pull like 13 tubes of blood from me and tell me
my gosh.
everything about me. And I'm like, cool. All right, bye.
Yeah, no.
Now
Some
I have no
doctors
blood
are
left.
assholes.
He pulls 1 tube.
Did Alice tell you that her friend can supposedly see spirits? Alice! Kenna was crying. I was like, what's wrong? And
Is there more than 1 kid here? Is there more than 2 kids here?
Kenna's next door.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then there's Alyssa. But I was like downstairs and I was like, why is Kenna crying? And they're like, she's crying because her pug died. And I was like, oh my God, like go home.
Aww.
And they're like, no, she didn't just die. I was like, Alice! Where's Alyssa? Tell her to come here. I want her to talk to Bree. I don't think it's true.
I believe it. Kids see shit.
You told your mom what?
Can you see ghosts? Yeah? You seen a ghost before? In your house? Ooh, were you scared?
Yeah, when I first
Or are you used to it now? That's cool.
Supposedly she saw who?
Grammy.
Grammy?
Oh.
Rita.
Rita? What was she doing?
She was just sitting down next to her pug.
Oh.
I could,
Grammy likes dogs.
I can kind of, I can still like kind of feel, like I can kind of remember what he tries to do, and I asked Alyssa, is he struggling to get on the bed, because he used to do that, and she said yeah, so
Aww.
man.
I could feel
Oh.
that he was here.
Yeah.
Aw. That's really sweet.
Mom, what's
Well, thank you.
that died name? The litter that Rainbow had this year.
Stark.
Baby kitten black named Stark. Do you want to go listen?
No.
He died in the bath.
Maybe you should go investigate the bathroom.
Which one did he die in? Hall one or downstairs?
Hall.
Good luck. Don't come back in here.
Please. She's all cool about it. She's like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, I can see him. He was just sitting there. She's like, I asked her if he was rolling around the bed like he used to, and she said, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't not believe it, but it might be a little
Elaborate.
exaggerated.
Yeah,
'Cause
exaggerated.
kids see spirits all
I
the freaking
know.
time. All the time, dude.
I know.
It's so freaky.
But it's also they're at the. I remember
Where they're
in-
trying to get attention for it.
Yeah, I remember when I was in 4th grade, I did a sleepover at Leslie Lundy's house, and there was like
Sounds like a cool name.
10 of us. I know, she had such a cool name. She was really cool too.
Shout out.
She's a real estate agent now in San Diego.
Oh, I hope you sell many houses.
But we watched Selena,
Oh, I love that movie.
and outside, we were like all sleeping in the living room. There's like 10 of us, and after the movie, like towards the end, when she drops the white rose, we all like somebody said, oh, there's white roses outside, and we all looked, and we're like, oh, we're all gonna die. And then a lot of them were doing Bloody Mary that night in the bathroom. I was too scared too.
Of course. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been too scared too. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my gosh, she's behind us. Like,
I used to pretend stuff about ghosts all the time.
oh, sure.
Because we had one in our house. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I just didn't realize like they were real. I just figured like
Someone was.
Scooby Doo. I freaking love
Oh.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, that's true.
Fun times. Good
Um,
sleepovers. Good memories.
Yeah, I liked being a kid.
Yeah.
I miss it. Also, that was like my last cool year.
Your
And
last.
like I was like cool with all the cool kids. 5th grade wasn't they kind of started separating because they started doing cheer,
Gross.
and then I went to 6th grade and I was a loser because I didn't have boobs.
I didn't have boobs either. I still don't. They still haven't come in yet.
Still waiting for that phase. So I'm
Oh,
going.
I'm so dying to hear the rest of this. Only because I'm the one to post things like about recapping our stories on Mondays, and whenever I have to look for a picture, I see other pictures and I'm like, I'm not looking, I'm not going to click on it. I don't want to know what this means. I feel like there's more to this story. Is there more to this story? Okay, just go. Sorry, don't give it away. Give it away, get away, get away now. Sorry.
So, to recap for everybody, I'm gonna wait. Did I say thank you for your story?
My baby
Thank you
wants
for your
something.
story.
You're welcome.
That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Happy 1-year anniversary.
You know what I realized? You always tell me thank you for my stories, and I never have once told you thank you, I don't think.
I know. You're very ungrateful.
I am.
Yeah.
B.
It's okay. I'm used to it. What did you want to say?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to grab Boo here and... Oh, we should name him Ghosty.
Ghosty?
Yeah.
Oh!
Because he's a ghost baby.
Well, in, Baby Ghost.
And like on the Facebook. The
Yeah,
ghosty
yeah,
that
yeah,
just
that's
came
what I
out of nowhere that likes to post on our Facebook all
So
the time.
rude.
So weird. He just came out of nowhere. Or she. I don't know.
You should make another fake
Them.
profile. I'm not putting this in there. And, like, of someone that's, like, a super fan.
Oh my god, I love you guys. Oh my god, I love the color of your house.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, we have our first stalker. That's ridiculous.
That would be so creepy.
Not doing that.
I mean, even if like one of our neighbors was in the group and they said that, I would be like, please don't post that.
You know what?
Sound creepy.
Do you guys want to know our address? My address is North Pole, Alaska.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Santa Claus Lane. What's a post office in Santa Claus Lane?
I have no idea. Post office.
Because people can send stuff there if they ever wanted to.
Oh, we should do that.
And we can go pick it up from them.
Really?
From the post office, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, snap.
You didn't know that?
Well, you guys want to send us presents, we're going to figure out the Santa Claus Lane P.O. box. And you can send us, sorry,
Not P.O. Box.
address. You guys can send us little goodies from Santa Claus to Santa Claus Lane. That was a good one.
Oh. I'll give you my neighbor's address. Wait, that would be giving away my address.
Yeah.
I just checked myself. I went like that, and it like my leg popped.
Hey.
All right, let me tell you the rest of my story here. So, if you haven't listened to episode 51 or 50, I suggest you go back and listen to those for my story because
It is required.
it is
We're going to be testing after this, and you need to know the full facts.
exactly. I did a 3-part series. This is the 3rd part on the death of Travis.
No.
I threw away the other papers. Travis. Where's my phone?
Well, no. Barker? No.
No.
Nope, that's a singer. Flamel? No. That's
Travis, for the death of Travis Alexander.
2 first names.
Yeah, that's
the guy
why
with
it's hard
the 2
to
first
remember.
names.
Yeah. And so
The finale
you
of the trilogy.
yes, the trilogy.
The trilogy is about to end, guys.
That makes me think of one of the doctors I worked for. His first name was Matthew and his last name was Paul. Matthew Paul. So the last episode I talked about how like she took away and said that those 2 murderers were not in the house ever. And she ended up saying
self-defense.
she killed Travis in self-defense.
Right.
Correct. So, on January 2nd, 2013, almost 5 years after the murder of Travis, the first day of trial began.
What?
Yeah.
Why? Was she in jail this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, and normally with really complicated, I shouldn't say really complicated because this really sounds like a shut and closed case, but so was ours.
She threw out new information.
Well, yes. And the defense attorney, along with the prosecutor, they're allowed to put it off.
Okay.
And ask for continuation.
I wonder, that never happens.
Yeah. I dealt with that so many times. So, 5 years go by, and on January 2nd, 2013, the first day of trial starts. The deputy attorney, Juan Martinez, opening statement was to basically set the stage of what happened. His goal was to show her jealousy for not going to Cancun with him.
I'd be jealous too.
I mean, and how she planned to kill Travis. And because he really wanted to get her on premeditated murder.
Right.
Because he was seeking the death penalty.
Okay.
So, and that would get her the death penalty. So he was like, I really need to plant this in everyone's mind that this was premeditation.
Right.
So Jennifer Wilma was Jodi's attorney's co-counsel, and Jennifer's opening statement included Jodi's quote unquote abuse from Travis. She really just painted this horrible picture of Travis, and like,
which is awful for his family
to hear. And he's not even there to defend himself.
Yeah.
So that's just, well, I will say you can't defend yourself in court. You have to like, you're regardless. You are torn to shreds from either side.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation, your whole life is an open book, and you can't say anything back. That happened to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's you can't say anything. Anyway, so they, we're claiming that Jodi was Travis's dirty little secret, and he used Jodi to fulfill his sexual urges, and it shocked the community, the Mormon community, because no one knew this about Travis. And so Jodi
no
had
offense, but they're gonna believe the woman.
Exactly. So they said Jodi had to defend herself after Travis was angry at her and attacked her in a fit of rage. The DA brought in Mimi Hall, which was that last girl that was going to go to Cancun with him.
Right, yeah. Who found him?
Yes. Yep,
okay.
You're right. To stand to defend Travis's reputation. She said she never felt threatened by Travis or showed any sexual urges. He never showed any sexual urges towards her. And Mimi even said towards the last few months of his life, Travis told her about a female stalker that she had. Or he had, and she slashed his tires multiple times, broke into his email and bank account, and would even sneak in through the doggy door of his house.
What?
And sleep on his couch without him knowing until he'd wake up the next morning.
What? Like he'd go down and catch her?
Yeah.
Or she would leave before?
He would catch her.
Okay.
But, mind you, he also was sleeping with her on the side.
Okay.
So, was it a little exaggerated? Maybe. Or maybe she was a stalker.
Did he tell Mimi who? Okay.
He did not. However, he never told Mimi who it was. So, the medical examiner was brought to the stand, and the report he made showed Travis. The report that he had made showed Travis had been stabbed 27 times in the back, the head, the neck, the chest.
That's
literally
angry.
everywhere.
You are angry.
You were angry. That's overkill.
Yeah.
So he also had a cut in his throat from one ear to the other.
Oh my gosh.
He was nearly decapitated when he was found.
Oh.
On top of that, he also had a gunshot wound above his left eyebrow. Yeah.
How did they not hear that?
Maybe it happened when no one was in the house.
Yeah, that's right. They worked. They had, yeah. Okay.
So, with the photos shown of these wounds, it shocked the courtroom. And I mean, obviously it shocked everyone. But it even made it difficult for Jodi to look at the photos, which was an interesting tidbit.
Yeah.
After going over his initial wounds, the medical examiner explained defense wounds and how you would have like bruises or scratches on you from trying to defend yourself.
Right.
And he ended up showing that he had scratches from the back of his hand and bruises on his arms, and he claimed he could that those could possibly be defense wounds. So sorry, I had to remember that part.
Can't they get something out of that though? Like out of the scratches, like DNA?
I don't know.
I thought they could.
Mm,
Maybe I'm
mm-mm.
thinking just like fingernail.
No, it would be under her fingernails.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. Through the medical examiner, the prosecutor was able to bring up the fact that Jodi would have shot Travis after the knife wounds. So, which in the very beginning, Jodi didn't say that. So,
Oh, she never mentioned that she shot him.
correct.
Okay.
No. She ended up saying that she killed him in self-defense.
Okay.
I'll get to that. But the defense attorney obviously tried to debunk the last claim with the medical examiner since the body had been so badly decomposed. He was quote unquote unable to completely determine of medical evidence of hemorrhage of the brain. Oh, hold on. So because his brain had hemorrhaged, or his body was so deep. Okay, hold on. I wrote this weird. So the defense attorney was trying to obviously debunk the last claim, claiming the medical examiner could not completely definitively determine that he had a brain hemorrhage because his body was so badly decomposed.
Okay.
Which the examiner was saying that there's no doubt about brain hemorrhage because
Why are they concerned about brain hemorrhage?
it would determine when he was shot.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
sorry. Because of the decomposure, but he was like, he definitely had brain hemorrhage because
Right.
he was shot, but he couldn't definitively define that or decide that because of the
time that it.
yeah,
right,
the
how long he was sitting there.
decomposure, decomposition.
So they're saying that like the shot could have happened later on, or the defense is saying that like the shot couldn't or may have not been by her.
Not by her, but what they're trying to, I don't know why I worded that so terribly.
To confuse yourself.
Yeah, and I wrote this like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So what's important is when she shot him, because if she shot him before she stabbed him, he would have died. But then she continued to stab him afterwards.
Okay.
So that would be an overkill.
Right.
And so the defense attorney is trying to claim that she shot him first, but he didn't die. Or she tried to stab him
Right.
first, and then he wouldn't die, so
That
then she
makes
shot
sense.
him.
That makes
So
sense.
that's the whole point of
So
this.
she's like, the stabbing him first would make it look like she was fighting for her life.
Correct.
And then like did like a kill shot to like finish the job.
Correct.
But if she would have shot him first.
And then stabbed him,
'Cause
it's
she was
like over.
pissed.
That's overkill.
Right.
So,
Okay. Makes sense. Gotcha.
and why would you stab someone after you're trying to?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Especially if you shot them in the head.
Yeah.
You said it was above the eyebrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left eyebrow. Oh, sorry. I'm so. Thank you for helping me clear that up.
No, you're fine. No, I
was so
needed to clarify it. So
I was very confused myself.
You're
I'm
good.
like, why did I word this so bad?
We helped each other get there.
Thank you. So the police officer that responded to Jodi's grandparents' home robbery, remember their gun was
Oh yeah, yeah.
robbed,
Yeah.
was brought to the stand. And they explained their robbery and how the gun with the same bullet caliber that was stolen from the grandparents' house was the same exact caliber that was found in Travis's bathroom that was used to kill him.
Interesting.
And that gun was never recovered.
okay.
So where the heck did you put it? It's
Yeah.
probably somewhere in the Salt Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which just sucks. But after the prosecution rests their case, Kurt and Ernie, remember, Jodi's team took the proceeding.
Bert and Ernie.
Why? He brought Daryl Brewer. He was a handsome, fit man, but was also 20 years older than Jodi. Daryl was Jodi's ex-boyfriend that lived in San Diego.
Okay. Oh, okay. The one that she stayed with.
Yes, she went
Okay.
down to visit her quote-unquote friends, and it was just like an ex-boyfriend.
Right.
Daryl claimed that Jodi was a responsible person and who loved his son, who Jodi loved his son and had a great relationship with him, and he did a great job at humanizing Jodi and making her seem like a normal person, like someone that wouldn't stab their boyfriend to death. However, the DA during cross-examination asked Daryl some information that he had up his sleeve. So
Okay.
that this whole time,
Must be the spirit pug. Making all that noise.
this whole time, the prosecutor had this like smoking gun, and he didn't tell what
I'm so comfortable.
he didn't tell anybody about it because he didn't want the defense to find out about it.
Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want someone to know about your
Your
best
like,
card.
yeah, exactly. So he was like super excited. One of the documentaries that I watched on this, he seemed so excited to like.
Oh, I got you, you son of a. Keep on talking.
Yeah. So he, when it was time for cross-examination, the defense or the prosecutor was like, "All right, Daryl, before Jodi went," he asked Daryl, "before Jodi went on her trip to Southern California, then over to Salt Lake City, she asked you while she was in Southern California if she could borrow two 10-gallon gas tanks."
That's odd.
And Daryl was under oath, so he said yes. And considering there are gas stations like everywhere, like
Right,
California is littered with them. Arizona's littered with them.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City is littered with
Especially
them.
if you're traveling on like a main highway.
On a main highway, the highways are going to be littered with them. So just littering gas stations.
Unless you're going through Canada from Alaska.
God, I know.
You don't need to bring extra gas.
And hold on, real quick. Why can't you pay at the pump? You have to go inside to pay when you do find a gas station.
Yeah, I know. It's really
And so
annoying.
if you're in the middle of the night, they're closed.
I had a lot of great conversations with gas attendants though through Canada. Some of them nice. Some of them not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Side note. Okay. So they're like, that's super weird. Why would you need a gas station or gas tanks going to from California to Salt Lake City?
And that's not even that far, right?
From Southern California?
I guess Salt Lake City's.
I guess it would be I'm going to say because from
8-hour trip.
No, it's further than that because
13,
I mean maybe
14,
maybe
11,
because you're in
16. 20,
Stop. You're because from LA to Vegas, I think it's an 8-hour drive, and Vegas is in the middle of Nevada, and you're up in Salt Lake City, which is in Utah. That's kind of a long drive.
Yeah. But still, you don't need gas tanks.
You don't need gas tanks. You're on main highways.
These balloons are so cute. Sorry.
I know. I wish that they were all. It looked so. I should have taken a picture. They looked so cute. Like
they were still super cute down.
Flooded the entire thing.
They're very cute.
Thank you. Well, it turns out Martinez determined Jodi didn't stop at any gas stations while she was in Arizona, so she wouldn't have any receipts.
Okay.
That's the point. So she was able to use those gas stations from the second she entered Arizona and to the second she was out of Arizona. So she had no proof that she was actually there, which is actually kind of smart.
Oh, wait. So, okay. So, no proof. I'm.
So she wouldn't have a paper trail of her being in Arizona
Okay.
because she used these gas tanks instead of going and getting gas.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
So, okay, I get it now. So we're trying to get to premeditated crap.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, proceed. All right, I'm following along now.
So she had stored all of her receipts for this trip in a shoebox that they had found while recovering information from her home in Wairika during a search warrant. Something that normally doesn't happen in murder trials is bring the defendant to the witness stand because all cards are off when you bring the defendant, the person being accused of this murder, onto the witness stand because they're supposed to, quote unquote, no lies, but I've personally witnessed people lying on the stand. So they're not supposed to, but they do. But regardless, all cards are off. Though the defense attorney brought her onto the stand.
Okay.
And she claimed at one point she went over to his house and asked Daryl for $200. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Taking that back. Jodi claimed that at one point she went over to Travis's house and asked, or
Daryl?
sorry. Jodi claimed that at one point he went over to her house. She went over to his house, and when she was there, he asked her for $200.
Travis or Daryl?
Travis asked Jodi for $200.
Okay.
Which is weird because he makes a lot of money, right?
Yeah, and she's an ex.
Yeah. And when Jodi said she didn't have it, he shook her and said he was sick of her, and she fell on the ground and he kicked her a few times. And at one point, his foot hit her ring finger, causing it to be permanently bent. That is a bent finger.
Snap.
Yep. So during that time, when Jodi was up at the witness stand, the defense team read and listened to a lot of conversations between her and Travis. They were very explicit, like nasty conversations. Talking about what he will or did do to her sexually, and she really didn't stop him from the way he would she didn't say stop, that's making me uncomfortable. She just let it happen and kind of even engaged in it. She also claimed at one point she walked in on him pleasuring himself to child pornography, which I said, which she claimed she knew he was interested in young boys. And something personal, there's nothing worse than claiming someone is a pedophile. I personally understand the severity of that, and it's not something that anyone takes lightly.
Yeah.
And shame on her for saying that, unless it was true.
Yeah.
So Jodi's testimony claimed while she was taking photos of Travis, she dropped the camera and Travis snapped. He ran after her and she ran to the closet and grabbed the gun. He said, "I am going to kill you," and she shot towards him with the gun.
Okay.
But according to her, she didn't know she even shot him. And then when they wrestled, she stabbed him, and after that she blacked out. So during the cross-examination with Martinez, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Martinez at this point, the prosecutor, he's pissed. He's like, this has gone on long enough.
Yeah.
I'm over your lies and your manipulation and everything like that. So he really, as watching it, I've never seen a prosecutor get this unhinged with a witness or with the defendant. He would something simple. I mean, he pushed his question. Something simple. He would ask like, "How far back your memory loss started? Like, how far back did your memory loss start?" And she was like, she literally would smile and say, "I don't know what you're talking about."
What?
And he's like, "But you said you don't remember. You blacked out. Like, how far back is this like been a problem?" And she's like, "I don't really like see it as a problem. I wouldn't call it that." And
What?
he said,
It is whenever you're involved in a murder case.
"Yeah." And he's like, "What triggers your memory loss?" And she said, "Normally when men like you are screaming at me." Like, she's just being a bitch.
Yeah.
So
You need to be kissing up.
I know. So then Martinez, especially because people are watching her, you
Mhm.
know? So show remorse here. But in her defense, though, he was unhinged. He
Yeah.
was ticked. So
I mean, I can't blame him though.
I know. So it's like,
working this case for what, 5 years? Is that
yeah,
what you said?
yeah. So I see both sides.
Yeah.
Then Martinez brought out her diary and read her a few entries in there, like about how she loved Travis and how she asked, and when Martinez asked if he was so abusive, why didn't you mention anything in here about that? And she said she believes in the laws of attraction, meaning you aren't supposed to say or write anything negative about the person to avoid bringing that negative energy into the relationship.
Okay.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, me neither.
So, I thought laws of attraction meant like you are attracted to who you're attracted to.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I saw it as.
Okay. So, the finger, her ring finger that is
Finally, that we brought up in the first part of this.
I know. So, Martinez had Jodi show the courtroom her bent finger. He then shows the courtroom of a photo of Jodi with her arm around her sister's shoulders with that finger and that hand shown clearly. Her finger was straight. It was not bent. And that photo was taken 5 months after she claimed Travis kicked her. And so watching the documentary, watching the trial, because it was all filmed, he's like, show up your finger, like put it out. And she would like literally, like, I don't even know how she did it because it's your ring finger. So that's like a lot of muscles. Like, it was like, she literally made it bend, but all the other fingers were straight. She literally had it bend. But in the photo, like, and it's not like a little bit, it's like bent, right? In the photo, it is not like that. Like, you would see it shorter than the rest. You would see the bend in it in the photo. It is straight. So, she's like, I can't put it down. Like, I don't know. So, Martinez then brings out
the claw.
The claw. The claw. You've been chosen.
That's another thing we do a lot in the podcast is we reference Disney.
Yeah. So Martinez then, I blame it on kids.
Yeah, I was about to say Amy loves Disney, but I have kids. I love Disney too, but yeah.
You did have your honeymoon there.
I did.
I'm jealous.
Awesome.
Martinez then brings up how there were multiple stab wounds on Travis's back.
Right.
Which during his questioning, he mentioned, if you are claiming Travis is attacking you, how can he attack you if his back is turned to you?
That's true.
So that's that. In total, Jodi was on the stand for 18 days.
Jeez.
And that was just for her own testimony.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. After the defense rest, the closing argument started. And the prosecutor was giving their closing. And when the prosecutor did his closing argument, he had the entire courtroom sit in silence for 2 whole solid minutes. and saying this is the amount of time it took for Jodi to take Travis's life.
Wow. That's cold.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah, really
Way
good
to be
move.
sympathetic.
Just to let it everyone sit there for 2 minutes thinking like, this
Why
is
are we sitting here?
not what they're
What?
thinking.
Like, I want to go home. I'm getting
I
paid
gotta pee
$2
so
for
bad.
this.
I gotta pee so bad. It's not 18 or you know how much it costs for in Alaska? If you're on the witness stand, if you're called to witness, you get $12.50, baby.
For an hour?
Nope, a day.
Oh, yeah.
A day. I don't know how much they pay jurors though.
That's so.
But witness people, like
Oh,
if you're
okay,
called
okay.
to witness, you get a check and it's $12.50.
I know jurors get paid. I know it's not a
Yeah,
lot.
it's not a lot,
Yeah.
but
I've been
a lot
asked
of
to juror many times.
a lot of companies
Always got
compensate
out of
for
it.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was always pregnant.
Good
or
for you.
some stupid excuse.
I've never been called.
I've been called like 4 times.
Rick gets
It was
called
like
all the time.
within 2 years, I got called like 4 times, and I was like, they just want me. Like,
I know.
sorry.
And then people like me want to go on
I want to go now.
Yeah.
Now that I just want to
You're not
go.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rick gets called all the stinking time. He got called twice this year already.
My dad said it's really cool.
Yeah.
He said except for whenever you have to go for really like, rough cases, like
Yeah.
that would be rough. But
Yeah.
he said it's really cool to be a part of that. And
My mom.
He's like, go do your civic duty.
My mom's
Okay, Dad.
gotten called for a bank robbery. That one was fun.
Oh.
Yeah. And some other ones I can't remember.
All right, universe.
One was she got
Now's
called
the time.
for the murder that happened down the road.
Oh, no way.
But she didn't get picked for it. I
wonder if it was because she
was the neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
That's crazy.
I know.
Dang.
I know. The bank robbery, she said it was such an easy case. And she had to travel for that one.
That's
As
cool.
it was federal, so she had to go down to Sacramento.
I wonder if they paid her gas for it.
I think she got compensated a little
Yeah.
bit, and she got put in a hotel room. But that was it.
I was looking at tickets again today, by the way.
We should go. Just go.
It's February is really cheap, so just saying.
I'm not doing anything. Normally I travel in February too.
Oh.
We're not traveling
this
anywhere this year.
Valentine's Day, friendiversary.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Sorry.
So.
2 minutes.
The defense team took a different angle for their closing argument, stating that this isn't about how much you like Jodi. The attorney said 9 times out of 10, I don't even like Jodi. It's about, I don't blame him. It's about defending her, and this is about defending herself from Travis.
Right.
The trial in total took 4 months to complete, and Jodi's life was now in the hands of 12 strangers that had heard every single private detail about her and Travis's life.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so one of the jurors was really struggling with the premeditation. He said, I don't understand how a woman could lay in bed with this person all day knowing that she's going to kill him.
Yeah.
I get that, but also that's what murderers do. They disassociate themselves from it.
Like why would someone stab someone multiple times after shooting them?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Like, she's not sane.
There's many murderers that
are close with their victims.
And they know that they're going to kill them.
Yeah.
So anyways, so May 8th, 2013, the jury came back with a verdict. They found her guilty on first-degree murder. Not even an hour after her leaving the courtroom, she met with a local TV station for an interview.
Oh, Lord.
They talked about her emotions and whatnot, and she said, I'd rather get death than life. I believe death is the ultimate freedom. Which I completely agree with. That's why when people say, like, I wish he was dead. Why?
Yeah.
Why he gets away with it?
Yeah, I did. Like you're like having to suffer in prison, knowing that you can't be with your loved ones,
Exactly.
and that you're with all these people. Yeah,
I say
agree.
that all the time.
I agree. I feel like that's more of a suffering.
Like, sure, they get to talk to them on the phone. So
Yeah.
If they're dead, they get to do whatever they want.
Yep. They get to talk to them on the phone, which means they get to hear about everything that's going on in their lives that they're missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
So, a few weeks later, the same jury came back for her sentencing. Travis's family members started their victims' impact statements, which caused the whole courtroom to cry. Then Jodi spoke to beg with the jury to spare her life. During her statement, she brought out a shirt that she had made, and it said "Survivor" on it, claiming all the proceeds for the purchases of these shirts that she is selling goes to the victims of domestic violence.
What?
And you could literally hear the eyes rolling in the courtroom.
Oh my gosh.
She is something else.
Trying so hard.
I know. After 3 days, the jury came back with a deliberation for the death penalty.
Domestic violence, but she's the one causing the violence.
I know.
Sorry. That's still just... sorry.
8 out of 12 voted for death. 4 voted saying 4 came back as life.
Okay.
And because it is a death penalty, that's considered, it has to be unanimous.
Right.
It was determined as a mistrial. So they have to go back into the courtroom and do this all over again.
I just got goosebumps. I don't know
For
why, but
4
I did.
months, you're sitting there defending, or, prosecuting, and they have to do it all over again.
Why?
I would be so mad.
But why? Why don't they just, since more people voted for freaking life,
because
just
it has to
vote
be,
for life?
I know, because it's the death penalty.
So then don't vote the death penalty. Was it
well,
because the court? That's what the court.
That's what he was going for, was premeditation, which would be the death penalty.
That's so annoying.
I know. So, and I will say,
did they have to get new jurors?
The reason why, give me a second. The reason why they pushed for the death penalty so hard was because of Travis's family asked for it.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely was a motive for the prosecutor, but he didn't ever take that off the table because the family's like, no, this is what we want.
Right.
So 1.5 years later, they're back in the same courtroom, same judge, same lawyers, different jury.
Okay.
Martinez didn't have to
restart everything.
Well, he didn't have to prove guilt because that's already been determined with the first-degree murder. But he did have to prove that she deserves the death penalty.
Okay.
After weeks on end of doing the same song and dance, on February 25th, 2015, after 6 days, the jury submitted a statement claiming the jury selection is hung and longer time will not change their decision. 11 were for death and 1 was for life. So that was 2 chances, and in the state of Arizona, the prosecution only gets 2 chances at proving someone deserves the death penalty. So it was taken off the table, not because of his choice. It was because of...
It couldn't come to unanimous vote.
After 2 trials.
Right.
Or after 2 chances. So by default, Jodi got life in prison with no possibility of parole.
Good.
Reporters were reporting that it shows it's more difficult to put an attractive young woman to death regardless of their crimes, and justice should be blind, but it is not.
Yeah, agreed.
And that is the final episode of Travis Alexander and Jodi Aries.
That was good. I'd never heard of that before.
It is a wild one.
Yeah. Like, you go to, one dead end and hit another, and it's just like, Jeez, what happens?
And that's why I couldn't do it in one, not even two
yeah,
episodes.
no, definitely not, because new things keep on coming
It's
up.
so long. It was
And
so long.
So she's still in. I assume she's still alive.
Oh yeah, and
She's still kicking.
she still just soaks up any media attention. I didn't even want to cover the after of her because it's
Total eye roll.
stupid. Yeah, she's ridiculous.
My gosh.
But I mean, she looks so much better blonde. But
yeah, I agree. When I was looking at her picture, I thought so too.
yeah,
She's a natural brunette, though, right? She looked like she was a natural.
She could be.
She looked like she
I know
was
she.
natural.
I feel for her parents.
Yeah.
And so when I was talking to Rick, last week, I already told you this.
Yeah.
When I was talking to Rick last week, he was like, "Have you heard of the lady from Northern California that like traveled to Arizona and stabbed her husband to death?" And I was like, "Are you talking about Jodi Aries?" And he's like, I don't know who that is, but you should look into that. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Jodi Aries. That's who I'm doing. Like, I've been working on. This is a big story I've been working on.
already got this covered.
I was like, thank you, bud.
Thanks for the story suggestion, but I already got it covered.
I thought it was funny because I was like, I don't know any other story from like that. Like, I don't.
That was a good one. I like that. I like that it ended on our anniversary.
Yeah.
Too. That's kind of a
I'm ready for
nice
a new
little
story.
touch. Like a clean slate.
A clean slate.
Starting episode 53. New year.
New year, new me. What am I
New
gonna
year, new sound, maybe not.
Wouldn't that be nice?
We apologize for the buzzing, guys, but please just bear with us.
Just bear with us.
We do our best.
We're gonna-
We just,
we just need a tech guy.
We
gal.
just need the money for a tech guy, but
Or someone just to volunteer.
yeah,
We give you a shout out. Do you have a podcast?
Yeah.
We'll promote your podcast.
Do you need a job somewhere? We'll recommend you very highly.
Yes, you could be our intern.
Yep.
Non-paid internship. It's the best.
We will provide the coffee. We will not be mean to you though.
No, we'd be very. I can't. I'm mean to everybody.
I'm not though, so
I'm mean to boys.
I joke.
Yeah, same.
I'll mess with you.
Yeah, I'm not mean to girls. Girls scare me.
Give you a wedgie or something.
What if they don't wear
5
underwear?
foot. I'm 5 foot tall. I'm gonna give you a wedgie. Just put your head in the toilet. Give you a swirly. Wow, that's bullying now, Bree. Shut up.
No, it's not.
That is bullying. Did you ever get told before you went to high school that kids in high school
Yes.
roll kids in trash cans?
I was so scared of that.
So was I.
I was so scared of all of that.
Everybody's
nobody
like,
does that.
Ooh, just wait till high school. You're gonna get rolled in some trash cans. Like, oh man, I'm in 8th grade. Damn it. Next year, my life's gonna end. So
I
many
was
people made
so
high school
scared of-
not exciting.
I know. And then you get there and you're just like, wow, this isn't exciting.
Wow, everybody's so nice.
Yeah. No, my gosh, no.
Everybody's so welcoming. Where's the school spirit, guys?
You must have been, you grew up in the South.
Yeah, no, I didn't hang out at my high school much, actually. But yeah, we actually did have a lot of school. We made a, I wasn't in it, but we made a, what's that thing where you sing with it? It was a big thing in like
An anthem?
2012. No, it's like, I'll have to show you afterwards. But there's like a song singing, and the high school does it. What is it called? Where you like
chant?
No, where you like
Karaoke?
what's it called? Where you what Britney Spears does? Sorry, Britney.
Lip sync?
Yes, where you like lip sync. It's like a lip sync parody of a bunch of songs.
Oh, okay.
And we did it throughout the whole entire high school. They stopped our last classes just to do it throughout the entire high school. And it got on like YouTube and stuff.
So everyone is just lip singing?
Yeah. But they're like dancing to it and dressed up and everything
Oh,
for
okay.
it. It was cool. It was like a huge trend that was going on that year.
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
our high school got in on it.
That's
It was
cute.
cool. I didn't get on it. I was like, y'all are lame. I'm graduating this year. Bye.
Yeah, I didn't spend much time in high
Yeah,
school.
me
In
neither.
high school, my senior year.
I had like 2 OGT classes and other classes I just didn't always go to.
Oh, I went to all my classes. I just
Our teacher told us, they were like, one of my teachers was like, so this is your senior year, and I know what seniors do. So in order to pass my class, you have to pass your final exam. The lowest grade someone's ever gotten on my final exam is a B, and they didn't attend class. So it's not very hard to pass. That's all I'm saying. And no one showed up.
nice.
Ever. Or
Uh,
they showed up late.
Did you have to do 2 years of PE in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did 3, though.
Oh.
I think I did. No, I did 2. I did 2. I did 3 Spanish.
Oh,
That
my
sucked.
I did 2 of sign language, but because it was 2 years of foreign language
Yeah.
that you have to do. But I did PE my freshman year. My sophomore year, my brother told me not to do PE. He told me to wait until I was a senior to do it. I
That sounds
don't
awful.
know why. I know.
There were a lot of
Looking back,
seniors in PE.
there's no seniors in
It was
PE.
all freshmen and sophomores.
I don't know why he
Maybe a
told
couple
me to
juniors,
wait,
but
but he told me to wait, and so I was like, all right. Like, he was so cool in high school. Like, he was a popular kid. And going after him to the same school was rough because, like,
everybody associated with you with him.
yeah, especially the teachers. And there was one teacher that loved Zach. And so when I showed up and I'm like super lame, he's like, Colbert, called me by my last name. And I'm like, he'd always ask, how's Zach? How's Zach? Stupid. And I was like super lame. But anyways, so I didn't take it my sophomore year. And then my junior year, I switched over to New Tech, the charter school.
Yeah.
Where I met Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And they allow independent study for PE.
Nice.
So I would go to the gym with my mom after school.
Oh, that's too
And
cool.
that was my PE, and I would sit there on the bike and like barely move my legs. And the guy at the front that had to sign off and like say that I was working, for some reason, loved me. My mom was always like, your boyfriend's here working. And he was a cute little black guy. and so he would always sign off on it. So I really didn't do a second
You
year
didn't do
PE.
anything.
No.
You didn't deserve to pass PE.
No, or
That's
math.
okay. Same. I had a lot of really smart people next to me.
Oh, you
That's all I'm
cheated.
gonna say. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't cheat.
I did not do well in math.
I'm sorry.
I still to this day can't I probably could
same.
I could understand it better now as an adult. I feel like they teach math too young,
They do,
especially for some people.
hard
like,
math.
Yeah.
Did I
like-
ever tell you that I never passed geometry or never
Oh,
took it?
that was the only math I was actually good at. No, you didn't tell
A
me
lot
that.
of people say that I would have been good at it because I'm not good at algebra. So
Yeah, I sucked at algebra.
So, freshman year, our school broke up algebra into 2 years if you wanted to. And so I took algebra 1A my freshman year and then 1B my second year. But 1B I didn't pass. And when I switched over to New Tech, they only do algebra in 1 year. And so I had to take algebra 1 all over again, I was a junior
like a
and a bunch of
breeze.
freshmen. No, it was not a breeze. It was hard for me. I was a junior in a bunch of freshman class, which I was the cool kid. So, like, I was friends with all the freshmen. It was pretty cool. But
Not a brag.
I passed that class, and I was talking to the principal, and I was like, I really don't want to be a senior in geometry. Like, how embarrassing. And she's like, well, technically you can take other classes and a substitute as a second math because you don't have to take geometry. You just have to take 2 solid years of math.
In Florida, you had to take geometry.
It's
Yeah.
just
Right.
2 years. So it doesn't matter. I don't know. But so I was like, well, in my video class, in my graphic design class, we do a lot of math. And she's like, oh, that's right. You have to do a lot of like timing and squaring off and stuff. And she's like, so you did do a second year of math. I was like, mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And so she signed off on it.
You lucked out,
I know.
man. Dude, I got so lucky with geometry because that was one of the classes where you had like every now and then you have a class where you had a coach as your teacher.
Oh yeah, that was history for me.
He was the cool. Yeah, I had a coach as one of my history classes too, but he was the coolest teacher. But he could tell, like he would watch all the students as they were doing their work. He could tell if you were struggling, and he would like pay super close attention to
Oh,
your
that's
work.
good.
And he knew I was struggling, and he had me stay after class one day, and I was pissed about it. But I was like, now I don't feel like a dummy because I understand what I'm
So
doing
he actually
now.
cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so cool. Mr. Kimball. His name was John Kimball, and it was the same name as Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Kindergarten Cop. And he would always say, I'm John Kimball.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was good that he actually
Teachers
cared.
that make an impact are awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
I
out of their
agree.
way.
That's like Alice's teacher, Mrs. Bell. She still loves Alice so much.
I've heard a lot of good things about her from
I love Mrs. Bell.
neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My coach teacher, U.S. history, not U.S. history, was it world history? Yeah, because we learned about like Schindler's List. He said, "I don't care if you cheat, just don't let me see you."
That's. I mean, how could you cheat in history though?
I have no idea.
You just had to memorize things.
We just did like literally everything out of the textbook. Like all of our quizzes were from the textbook. The tests were from the textbook.
I mean, that makes sense because history, like, you just had to remember things, and sometimes
I'm not good at remembering.
like it's not like it's math or like English where you have to know
It's
how
like
to
a
write
skill.
a sentence. It's like it's yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't freaking care. I'm here to coach football.
Did you ever take economics? Wow, we're going way off topic.
No, dude.
You're welcome, Patreon.
Wait, did I?
I had to take economics. That was the first and only class that I've ever failed, and I had to retake it. No. It wasn't economics. Oh, what was it? It was the other one.
Economics was senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow I passed economics, and I failed the other one. It was like law, something with the. Something with
I know what you're talking about.
Or something.
I know.
It sucked. Everyone.
You have to
warned me
learn
about
like all of the type of like how to make
branches.
Yeah,
the different kind of laws.
That's junior year.
Oh, I did that my senior. We had to do economics one semester, and then the next semester.
Oh, maybe
we had
that's
to do
what it
the
was.
other one.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Our school was different. It was
Only
funded by Bill
class.
Gates, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I like to brag about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
I'd brag about it too.
Yeah.
Well, also we were in a different state, so states work differently with education.
That's
systems.
true.
Like we were like our grading system was probably different.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get an A in Florida than it was in South Carolina. What was y'all's grading scale? What was an A?
100%.
No, what to what? Was it like to 90?
I think it was like 95.
Yeah, ours was 90 to 100 was an A. It was a wider grading scale.
Yeah.
And South Carolina, I had just moved from South Carolina where we had 93 to 100 was an A.
Anything
was
below
like-
was like 60% was an F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm passing everything. For
I'm
what?
so smart.
D's, baby. What's your report card say? Occasionally.
The only D I ever got, besides the ones that I get in my dreams a lot, because I have a lot of dreams about that, was in 7th grade for history. She gave me a D for some reason.
So disappointing.
I know, it was really sad, and I haven't forgiven her about it.
Oh, I did so bad in school.
Anyways.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
welcome,
you still have to share
Patreon.
your-
You could totally clip out all of this.
You still have to share your neighborhood story.
Okay, so all right, so my neighborhood story says it's in the Nextdoor app.
Oh, you're not gonna share your dad's?
No, because his involved no neighbors whatsoever. You guys, dad. I have not told my dad this yet. I was like, okay, thanks. I asked my dad because I was like, our anniversary episode, I want a special story
Yeah.
to share for a neighborhood story.
And you guys have a
So-
lot of good neighborhood stories.
Yeah, and bad and crazy and just like my dad's been around for, I mean, yeah, whatever.
He's been around the block.
Yeah. And my dad puts his nose in people's business sometimes. So, well, I was like, Dad, do you have a neighborhood story for me? And he's like, yeah, can I text it to you? And I'm like, sure. Don't make it long because my dad likes to make stories
Sure.
like 11 pages long. So he sends a long text. It's not that long, but it made me click
Lengthy.
to get extra, but it wasn't that long. And it was about him getting a flat tire on the side of the road, but it actually ended up not being a flat tire. He prayed to God. He was like, God, please don't let this be a flat tire. We don't need this right now. And it didn't end up being a flat tire, and that's it. Happy ending. Thank you, Dad, very much. There's my dad's neighborhood story, and there's no neighbors in it. But I would like to shout out.
Did it happen in a neighborhood?
No, it happened on the highway. I was like, Dad, how is this in any form a neighborhood story? Like, no. And he sent it, and I was like, okay, thanks, Dad. I don't even want to, I don't.
No, but you did share it.
I did technically share it. There you go, Dad. Okay, so my second neighborhood story. It was a blessing, I guess, because it ended up not being a flat tire. So, there you go.
This is not a Jesus podcast.
No, it is not.
Although I do believe in Jesus, Mother. Don't worry.
Samesies. Today's top post. Fart found.
Oh, you've already shared that one.
No, this one's different.
What?
This one's a different one. Yeah, I know. I thought of the other one too. Owen Blank Arbor Trace. I don't know what that means. If anyone lost a fart today, I found it. It was lingering casually in the potato chip aisle at Kroger at 12:15 today. Obviously, had not been there very long. Caused me to lose my balance and blurred my vision for a bit. Probably still there. Please keep your farts secure. We have laws. Got 54 likes and 28 comments. It's not really in a neighborhood either, but it was on the next door app, so I was like,
We found a fart in Michael's.
The worst thing is whenever my kids are getting to an age where they call me out on my
Oh
farts,
my
especially
gosh.
in public.
Yes.
Ew, Mom, you farted. I'm like,
Or if you
"No,
go to the
shush,
bathroom,
shush."
oh, Mom, you stink.
Yes. And there are clearly other people in the other
You
stalls.
just cry a little bit inside. Like, stop it. And you wait till everyone leaves so that you can't see what it is.
This is why I had kids.
We've been here a while.
Yeah, so this is our podcast. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you for sticking with us, guys. If you don't know where to listen to us, find us anywhere you like to stream your podcasts on iTunes and Spotify. You can rate and review us. We really appreciate those. They really do help. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Anywhere, just search at WWTN Podcast. We also have a Facebook group, which we're really active on. We're getting new members all the time, and we love talking to you guys. Makes our day. We have a website called what'swiththeneighbors.com.
And on there, you can find a link to everything that she just mentioned, along with a link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/WWTN podcast. And a link.
Choo-choo.
And for $5 a month, you can be next door neighbor, and you get our videos unedited. This episode is going to be awesome to watch, for sure. And exclusive content. And for $3 a month, you can be a neighbor, and you can get our audio episodes early, along with exclusive content. And feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, or story suggestions. We want to hear your true crime and paranormal stories. Please share them.
And neighborhood.
And neighborhood
But please involve
stories.
neighborhoods.
Yeah, we want to hear it. So do that at wwtnpodcast@gmail.com. And have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bring Amy out. Happy 1 year anniversary.
Happy.
Say hi to your cats for us. Tony, take it away.
I didn't want to meow because,
Yay, buddy. I'm so happy for us.
me too. I'm so proud of us.